Bryant. I'm your host and your proprietor. On this week's episode, we're going to be remembering Kobe Bryant. We're going to be talking about some sports stuff, but of course, this is the 2-year anniversary of when Kobe Bryant and the others in the helicopters tragically passed. It's tough losing him and his daughter, but we just want to remember the good times of Kobe Bryant and the 81-point performances, the 60 points on his last night of playing, the 5 games in a row with 50-plus points, the 62 and 3/4 scoring 62, and the team scoring 61, scoring 61 in the Madison Square Garden, just giving every team in the league 40 points, just going off, shooting over double teams, triple teams like it's nothing, all the moves, the footwork, the athleticism, the dunking, the three-point shot, the all-around player, defense, all the defensive teams, all the all-star appearances, all the all-star MVPs, all the championships, all the accolades, all the awards, the Oscars. This guy just done it. Welcome to another episode of Fresh Bar. I'm Bryant. I'm your host and your proprietor. On this week's episode, we're going to be remembering Kobe Bryant. We're going to be talking about some sports stuff, but of course, this is the 2-year anniversary of when Kobe Bryant and the others in the helicopters tragically passed. It's tough losing him and his daughter, but we just want to remember the good times of Kobe Bryant and the 81-point performances, the 60 points on his last night of playing, the 5 games in a row with 50-plus points, the 62 and 3/4 scoring 62, and the team scoring 61, scoring 61 in the Madison Square Garden, just giving every team in the league 40 points, just going off, shooting over double teams, triple teams like it's nothing, all the moves, the footwork, the athleticism, the dunking, the three-point shot, the all-around player, defense, all the defensive teams, all the all-star appearances, all the all-star MVPs, all the championships, all the accolades, all the awards, the Oscars. This guy just done it all. This guy just done it all. Like my favorite basketball player, somebody I looked up to tremendously, and just sad, just tragic, tough talking about it. It's just real tough, but just want to remember the good times with Kobe Bryant as much as possible. And he's legends never die. He's always with us, never forgotten. 824, always in our hearts. And just the mindset of being better, and just never giving up, and just continue going after your goal, pressing on, continue the journey. The journey is just as worth the reward as well as the destination. It's about the process and not cheating it. So just let that just be motivation for everybody to keep pressing on after the goals and never giving up and having that Mamba mentality. Just like Kobe Bryant, how he do, never giving up, going after the championship and everything, despite whatever you gotta go through, just to get to that ultimate mountaintop. That's what we gotta do. And I know his daughter's gonna be the best woman basketball player ever to step foot on this planet. Just with everything Kobe Bryant was pouring into her, his mini him basically, and just the miniature version of Kobe Bryant just in a female body, and she was giving her her age group, she was giving them the business. She was taking care of her skills and getting her footwork together and getting her shot together and making her her skills just as nice as her dad, and getting better and better, and with her dad, and just Kobe Bryant just there to pour all that knowledge that he got into her. She was just gonna be the greatest. Everybody knew that. Rest in peace. Prayers all my sympathies is going with the family, Vanessa Bryant and the daughters, and just my prayers with them, and we're just going to continue to uplift Kobe Bryant as much as will be possible. Him because he's never forgotten. 824 forever. All right, speaking of the Lakers, let's talk about the Lakers beating the Brooklyn Nets. That was a good W. We had good contribution from Leak Monk. Carmelo Anthony was doing his thing. Melo was out there snapping on him, just as well as Monk. They both was doing good. AD was a good welcome presence. He had about 8, 2, and 4, but just the defensive presence and just him being out there and just him being somebody for them to be accounted for because his dominance, and you gotta give him double teams and just let everybody else slide down to their position and just play free. Russell Westbrook, he had a decent game. He had 15, 7, and 15, 7 and 4, yeah. And he played decent games. Stayed out the way. He five turnovers. Not he's getting them down. He just got to continue to keep them down. We can live with 5. I'm worried about the 5. Give you 1 quarter. I need at least 4. Just 1 quarter. That's it. And we'll be good. Everybody keep playing like that. LeBron was going off. Everybody keep playing like that. Need AD to step up a little more. He just getting back from injury, so we just give him a little time. But need AD to step up and play like the way LeBron was playing, and showing how he was doing during your absence, AD. So I need you to go ahead and get with that program and do that. But last night I was impressed with what I saw. I'm gonna need y'all to get that W against Joel Embiid and the boys tomorrow night because Joel Embiid's been going off. He's snapping on them. He's out there looking real nice. They shouldn't trade Ben Simmons right now. They should wait till they can work out a trade and sign and trade with Ben Simmons for James Harden because that Brooklyn situation is not looking too good. They're not looking like they're going to be lasting long. No, they not. They got dysfunction going on over there. James Harden's finally speaking out. He will test free agency. He's not just doing that for no reason. He's out of there. He's out of there, and he got the relationship with the president of basketball operations over there, Morgan. So he got something working up behind the scenes. Just stay tuned. He got something working up under the surface. He's gonna be in the Sixers uniform with Joel Embiid, and Ben Simmons is gonna be at the Nets, or Nets might try to trade him somewhere else or whatever. But I know James Harden's gonna find his way to get up. I know James Harden's gonna find his way to get onto the Philadelphia Sixers with Joel Embiid. But Lakers need that W, and let's keep doing what we've been doing. Meanwhile, my Hawks, they keep winning 5 in a row. They're doing their thing. Trae Young, keep going off with them boys. Everybody's out there looking good. The whole crew, all the gang. So let's just keep it going because we need to turn this thing around. That's why I need my Lakers. Keep this thing going in the right direction on the winning column. Now I gotta mention about the Clippers coming back. Luke Kennard, 7 points in 9 seconds, something like that. It was crazy. I can't believe 35-point comeback against the Wizards. They blew that. That was like the biggest comeback, tied for like the biggest comeback for a team ever blowing lead in the NBA. That's crazy. 35 points. Wizards is bad. And Wizards, was looking pretty alright. I believe they're in the playoffs. They're the 8th seed in the East. They're in the playoffs. But they look, 50-50 to 500. But they was looking real decent up until blowing that lead. I tell you that because that was embarrassing. And it was with the bench. Ty Lue, he put the bench in there in the second half because the starters was acting crazy in the first half. So he went with the bench and they came back with the bench players and won. But on the baseball note, we gonna talk about David Ortiz. He's the only player getting elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. It's crazy how they ain't let Barry Bonds in there or Pete Rose yet. It's crazy. The gambling thing, people gambling all day, every day. And nowadays, like, come on, now he wasn't cheating on games or nothing like that, or he was on steroids or none of that stuff. He was betting on the games, going out there performing, doing his thing. People betting and gambling all day long. Now it's legal and everything's fine and dandy. Times have changed. Go ahead, just put him in the Hall of Fame. It's a memory. It's part of the baseball memory. And you can't tell this baseball story without P. Rose. Same thing with Barry Bonds. You can't tell the baseball story without Barry Bonds. So I just think they should put them two into the Hall of Fame instead of try to, blackball them out of there like they're doing. But that's just what the baseball league is doing. So those guys, they strict on their rules and they got their rules and old school rules, and they ain't trying to bend for nobody. But hopefully, give it a little time, get some more youth up in the and the people who make the decisions and vote for these people in, get some younger people in there that not worry about that stuff too much, and hopefully they can start letting some of these guys in there. All right, we can talk about Tom Brady retiring. You think Tom Brady's gonna retire? He ain't going out like that. Tom Brady's not going out like that. I do not believe he's going out like that. Tom Brady's coming back one final season. No, he don't want all the hoopla and everything about the final season. He just want to keep the main thing. Focus on the football task at hand, trying to win the Super Bowl. But he knows he got more to offer, and they could have won if they had all their ducks in a row and had all their weapons together. The offense. We ain't gonna talk about too much about Chris Godwin went down with the injury. AB, he did what he did, and losing the offensive lineman that was a starter, well needed, obviously, because you need to have all your offensive line tight to go to get that pass rush that you want against the Rams. So them boys were getting after him, but he still was doing the thing. But he just said if he was full strength, he already knew what he was going to be doing, and everybody believed that too. Tom Brady's team was full strength, that they believed the Buccaneers was going to win, because Tom Brady, look what he did when they wasn't full strength. But they just know the type of player that he is. Obviously, they won the Super Bowl last year, everybody being full strength. So I believe he left something on the table, and he got to come pick it up. So he's not going out like that. He's going to come back for the 23rd season, 45 years old, win the Super Bowl, then he's number 8 and he going off in the sunset. That's how he's going to do it. Now, Aaron Rodgers, on the other hand, that's another different story. I'm telling you, he's leaving the Packers. I don't know which team he's going to go to. There's plenty of options. You can say the Packers. You can say the Broncos. You can say the Steelers. You can say the 49ers. You can say a whole plethora of teams. You can say basically all the teams in the league. It's the Seahawks. You can say the Panthers. I'm just Saints, whatever. Any team in the league, pretty much you could say that he'd be walking to any team that even if the Buccaneers lose Brady, but Brady's not going nowhere. I'm just saying anywhere but Brady, where Brady's at, Mahomes. Other than that, they'll take Aaron Rodgers over their quarterback. It's just simpler than that. So what those bridges have been burned, and those relationships is none to void. It's over. It's over for that, and they just gotta part ways, and just it's time to move on for them too, because Aaron Rodgers, he already been saying that he's out of there. He wanted it out of there. He was trying to make it happen. This past offseason didn't work out, so he's gonna give him to this offseason, just come up to meet the demands, or he's gonna put his retiring card, because he don't want to be there no more. Just simple as that. All right, last we're gonna talk about Sean Payton. Sean Payton, that was a nice move. I like how you do that. You're not playing for the Saints. You're not coaching the Saints no more. You talk about you need to take some time off to get, do the family thing and get a little, breather. Tired of coaching, for 16 years. You don't know when you're gonna coach again, but you are, because you already know you're gonna end up with the Cowboys. That's what it is. It just matter you're going to go to the Cowboys this season or next season. But you already know Jerry Jones really wants you to come there now, so it's going to be a done deal. Watch when I tell you this. He's going to be coaching for the Cowboys this coming season, just like that. Leave the Saints, talk about you need some time off, whatever, just to be coaching the Cowboys a couple months later. That's just how it goes. That's just the NFL business for you. Or You might find that in the NBA too. You know, it's just part of the professional league business. But glad y'all give me some time, listen, watch. Appreciate you. We're gonna put this in the bubble. We're gonna let this marinate, cook, and catch y'all later for another episode of Fresh Bar. Testing.